I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games, 26 times. I've been trusted to make the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Michael Jordan. How can a basketball legend at the very top of his game openly count and admit his own defeats? It's a surprising idea, isn't it? Wouldn't you be terrified of being seen as anything less than perfect? Especially when you're in such a high-stakes position? In a royal court, a young boy's daily choice between gold and silver coin became a lesson in patience and strategy. Discover how this simple decision, mocked by many, unveiled a profound truth about long-term thinking and humility. After watching this video, you'll not only discover how to think long-term, embrace humility, and truly value consistency, but you'll also unlock the secrets to untapping your potential. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories, motivational figures, comeback stories, and public speaking tips that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. In the grand kingdom far away, under the reign of King Cornelius, there lived a minister named Minister Gale. Minister Gale was renowned throughout the court for his sharp intellect and insightful counsel. He possessed a solution for nearly every issue that troubled the kingdom. King Cornelius, a ruler known for his prudence, rarely made any significant decision without first seeking the wisdom of Minister Gale. The king had a reliance that had earned the minister a position of considerable influence and esteem. However, this elevated status bred envy in the hearts of many courtiers. They whispered behind silk tapestries and cast sideline glances, their resentment simmering beneath polite smiles. They thought any opportunity to diminish Minister Gale's standing in the king's eyes. One morning, as King Cornelius strolled through the royal garden, he summoned Minister Gale. "Minister," the king began, his tone carrying a hint of amusement, "you are undoubtedly a man of great cleverness. Yet I must confess, your son, what's his name again? Oh, young Gustave. He appears to lack even the most rudimentary sense." Minister Gale was usually a man who was composed and unflappable. Still, at this very moment, he felt a sharp pang of hurt. "Your Majesty," he inquired, his voice betraying a flicker of concern, "what has prompted this observation?" And King Cornelius chuckled softly. "Every morning, as I make my way to greet people gathered at the outer courtyard, your son is always there. I pose a simple question each time, thinking that today will be different. I ask him, 'Tell me, Gustave, is there anything you want to ask from your father's good friend?' To which he never fails to ask me, 'My king, which holds a greater value, gold or silver?' And without fail, he answers his own question with a declaration. Young Gustave declares that the silver is the most valuable of the two. The court witnessed this repeated folly and erupted in laughter at his apparent ignorance. Minister Gale felt a wave of embarrassment wash over him, a flush creeping down his neck. He bowed his head slightly, saying nothing in the king's presence. But the king's words gnawed at him, and as soon as his duties allowed, Minister Gale returned to his chambers and summoned his son Gustave. Now Gustave took a while before opening his bedroom door and ran straight towards his father's side. Minister Gale was happy to see his son, but the smile dropped when he was about to ask a very important question. "Gustave," the father began as he knelt before his son. Minister Gale's voice was filled with concern and bewilderment. "Which of the metals is truly more valuable, gold or silver?" "Gold, of course, father," Gustave replied instantly, his young brow furrowing confusion at the question. Minister Gale's worry deepened. "If you know this to be true, then why, Gustave, do you offer the king the incorrect answer each morning? Why do you always say that silver possesses greater worth?" This has become a source of amusement for the entire court, and by extension reflects poorly on us both. The boy of perhaps 10, with a mischievous glint in his eyes that often went unnoticed, smiled knowingly. Gustave took his father's hand and led him to a modest room. Reaching under his bed, Gustave pulled out a small, intricately carved wooden box. He opened the lid, revealed its contents, a considerable collection of gleaming silver coins. their surfaces catching the afternoon light. Minister Gale stared at the hoard, his surprise evident. "Gustav, where did you acquire all these silver coins?" he asked, his mind racing. "These are the coins that King Cornelius himself has given me, Father," Gustav explained, a hint of triumph in his voice. "Each morning when he approaches me, I hold up a silver coin and declare it more valuable than gold. The king, amused by what he perceives as my simple-mindedness, laughs heartily and presses a silver coin of his own into my hand before continuing his way, never giving the matter a second thought." Gustav's smile widened. "The day I offer the king the correct answer and accept a single gold coin, Father, this little game will be over. The king will no longer find amusement in our daily exchange, and the daily reward of a silver coin will cease. For the price of a single gold coin, I am unwilling to forfeit this steady stream of silver. The king is content in his belief that I am a fool, and I am content with my daily earnings." Hearing his son's explanation, a wave of profound pride washed over Minister Gale. He had been so caught up in the king's initial assessment that he had failed to perceive the quiet intelligence at play. Gustav's action, seemingly foolish on the surface, revealed a strategic mind, a patience that understood the long game. Minister Gale realized that his son's wisdom was not in proclaiming the obvious, but understanding the motivations of others and leveraging their assumptions to his own advantage. It was wisdom disguised in simplicity, a truth that the boisterous laughter of the court had utterly obscured. And from that day forward, whenever anyone in the court dared to call his son a fool, Minister Gale would simply offer a knowing smile and quietly walk away, secured in the knowledge that true understanding often lay beneath the surface of appearances. He had learned a valuable lesson. Wisdom is often disguised in simplicity, and he suspects that, in time, Gustav's foolishness would yield results that would speak volumes, all while patiently playing a strategic game that no one else had even realized was being played. Let others underestimate you. Your results will speak volumes. You've learned that what looks silly to others might be a smart long-term plan you're working on. Look, don't let what they say or think throw you off, because real wisdom is often hidden in plain sight. If you want to be like Gustav and pull off a plan like this, here are some techniques you can learn from. 1. Think long-term. You can learn to make decisions based on what benefits your future self the most, not just what feels good right now. Wisdom is often disguised in simplicity. Number 2, embrace humility. Patience isn't passive, it's strategic. And number 3, value consistency. Sometimes you can have the smallest role in the smallest production and still make a big impact. Neil Patrick Harris. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories consistently? Do me a favor and support the channel by sharing and commenting below. And please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest update. Soon, you will be on your way to feeling inspired.